Okay, today we're going to take a look at the Steyr SSG 69 from ASG. This is one of our most popular kind of entry-level sniper rifles that we have. We get requests all the time about doing a review or an unboxing or some more details on it, so we're going to do it today. There is some assembly with this particular sniper rifle, so we're going to start with what comes in the box, show you how to assemble it, run through the operation of the gun. We also in store we sell it as a kit with a strike scope and also the bipod, and at the end of the video we'll spend some time on those additional accessories as well. Okay, this is start with what's in the box. So you obviously get the manual from ASG that details the assembly, the operation, how the gun works. Now for what's in the box itself. So you have the barrel and also the trigger assembly. That's all one piece, and then the lower part of the rifle, the stock, is the other piece. They're the bits that have to put together. You also receive a 90 round speed loader from ASG. Also 3 different extension plates. There, if you can see this line along the buttstock here, they can be placed in there to extend the buttstock. If you wanted to make the buttstock larger, you get 3 of those. Also comes with a 30 round magazine for the gun. A free sample of Goldfire BBs. I personally wouldn't use them, they're not a great quality. Use better quality BBs to get far more accuracy and performance from your rifle. Other free stuff in the box would be the pair of shooting glasses. Again, I definitely would not skirmish with these or use these in game. If you're planning on just target shooting, they'll be fine, but my recommendation would be to invest in a better pair of eye protection. You don't want to. The free stuff unfortunately isn't great. Another free item in the box that again I would recommend maybe not using is the free sling. The buckles and clips on it aren't sturdy enough, and I wouldn't trust it to hold my gun. That's pretty much it in the box. The only thing you need then is the screws and the Allen key. Whoops, for assembling. In the manual it actually states you need 3 screws. They actually give you 4, and I'll run through that now when we're assembling it. You get the Allen key, 2 small screws and 2 large screws. So we move on to the assembly. Okay, so we have the 2 halves out of the gun now. They go together quite straightforward. I'll just show you on the inside of the stock you have the channel that takes the trigger assembly and the barrel. The easiest way to do it is just work out where the trigger is, match that up with this hole here, and you just carefully and simply just drop it in, and that's it together. Now it's not secure, we have to tighten it out with the screws, but that's as simple as it is. The best way for tightening them I always find is to actually flip it upside down, and the gun should just sit for you. Back to the screws. You get 4 included. You actually only need 1 large and 1 small. The other 2 are actually spares. We get calls all the time. In the manual it states you should have 3 screws, and it's the screw here behind the trigger guard that causes all the confusion. This screw is actually comes pre-inserted or pre-installed in it. All you have to do is actually tighten it. So the pre-inserted screw is here, the larger screw goes here behind the magwell, and the smaller screw goes in front of the magwell and just behind this little rail goes in here. Just bear with me a moment and I'll pop these 2 screws in. Just tighten them up. You don't have to torque these down and over tighten them basically. Just keep it nice and just touch tight. Once you get there, touch tight. If you over tighten them, you can actually bend the body of the gun, and then feeding issues and other problems can incur. But just touch tight, and if you ever find it loose or the gun wobbling, you can just give them another little tight. But that's the other screw that caused the confusion. You can see the Allen keys inserted here, just behind the trigger guard. Again, nearly there. Just touch tight, and that's it. So that's the gun assembled. It's quite straightforward and easy to do. Okay, we'll just run through the operation of the gun now. Being a bolt action sniper rifle, it's actually quite easy to operate. It's very simple. Pull the bolt up, pull it back, push it forward, lock it back down, and the gun fires. Some people seem to have confusion with the bolt, how it actually works. It's a very simple mechanism. Up, all the way back, forward, down, pull the trigger. We see a lot of people pull it up, pull it back, and then they think they actually have to push it back down at this stage. You push it back forward and then you drop it. There's actually a little lock on these guns. Hopefully you can see there's 2 little brass pins. One you can actually see and the other one's hiding in here. That stops you from being able to push the bolt down. Now if you force it or you put enough, if you press down hard enough, you will actually bypass those pins and they'll pop out, and then you lose one. We do have them as spares, but it takes a considerable amount of force. But you don't have to push it back down at this stage. Slide it back forward, lock it back down, and the gun's ready to fire. Also positioned beside that is actually the safety. So we'll cock it again. The safety lever is just behind it. It's here. Slide it back. Gun can't fire. Push it forward. Gun will fire. On the opposite side of the gun, then towards the front, you have the hop up adjustment. It's a slider style hop. So just by, it's fully off at the moment, so as you slide it back, you'll put more hop on your BB, and you can adjust it that way. The mag well is underneath the gun here. I should have the mag beside me. Here we go. Just pop the magazine in. You'll hear a nice click. That's it in. The mag release button is just in front of the mag well. You press it, pinch the mag out, and that's how it works. We'll move on to the accessories now, and we'll show you how they fit onto the rifle. Okay, I mentioned earlier in the video that the rifle is available as a starter pack or a kit, which includes a scope and also the bipod. The gun is available on its own. You can buy the gun just as itself, or there is a slight saving when you add the scope and the bipod to it. It's like a starter pack or a sniper rifle starter pack. I'll just run through the accessories quickly as well. The bipod is also from ASG, and like the gun, it's quite straightforward in how it works. There's a large thumb screw underneath that attaches it to the rail, so just loosen it slightly, pop it onto the rail wherever you want it to sit, and then you tighten it down. Again, you don't have to over tighten or torque this down. Once it's touch tight, it should be sufficient, and that's it fitted to the gun. How to release the bipod or extend the feet on the bipod: you basically press the spring loaded tabs in like that, drop them down, and they lock back into position, and that's it fitted. You can actually adjust the length of the feet on the bipod by unscrewing these little tabs and the spring out. You can adjust them to whatever length you want, and then, like say, this length, and then you can re-tighten it, and it'll hold it in that position. You can loosen them out, tighten it down. Same on the other side. They're quite tight at the moment, and again tighten it down. There's one other adjustment as well on the bipod. Actually, underneath there's a large bolt in the center. You can have that tight, which means there'll be no play in the bipod, or if you have it a little loose, what it'll allow you to do when you're acquiring targets, you can actually pivot the rifle from left to right without moving the feet. So you're not sliding the bipod. So you lock it down in whatever position you're in, and then you can still pivot from left to right. It gives you a wee bit more of an angle to get your targets off, get your shots off. The scope is also quite straightforward. It's the Strike 3x9x40. 3x9 stands for 3 to 9 magnification, so you can have it 3 times closer, 9 times closer, or anything in between. And the 40 stands for the width, or the diameter, sorry, of the optic at the front. The scope comes with a little lens protector or dust cover, and also comes pre-fitted with the scope rings. They also have large thumb screws on the right hand side of it. Again, position it on the rail. Oops, lost my wee screw. You can position it, the rail is quite long on these, so you can have it further to the rear, to the front. It's all about personal preference, whatever you find comfortable. I'll just lock these in. You can spend a bit more time maybe on your scope just to make sure it's fitting correctly. You do want your scope to be fitted nice and tight. The same as the other things, you just tighten the thumb screws down. Again, they don't have to be overly tight. So that's it fitted then. When it's actually on the gun, you can start maybe messing around with the magnification or the settings on the gun itself. At the back here, there's a large adjustable dial with a white dot for indication of where you're at. So it starts off at 3. Hope the camera can pick that up, and then you spin it. And what you're doing there is you're increasing the magnification of the scope. For moving the crosshairs internally inside the scope, you can actually do that as well. Just remove these large caps, and you'll see there's adjustment. So this one is for up, so you would turn it anti-clockwise to move the crosshair up, and you would turn it clockwise to move it down. And then also on the side of it, you have the same adjustment, but again, that's for left to right. So you can kind of dial the scope in, and that's how that bit works. that's pretty much it. That's the kit fully assembled, the gun's ready to go. These are a great value package, or a great starter rifle for sniping. Is it the best sniper rifle on the market? No, it wouldn't be. But for value for money, these are excellent, and a great introduction to sniping for playing airsoft, or for people that's at home having fun, doing some target shooting. It's great fun looking down through a scope, taking your time on the shot, taking that one shot and hitting your target. It's great fun. That's pretty much it. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe. And also, if you'd like to see some other products reviewed that we haven't got around to doing yet, please put it in the comments. Or if you have any other questions, pop it in the comments. We'll do our best to answer them for you. Thanks for watching.